Welcome to the Reserve Pour, where we uncover stories behind our favorite sips. I'm one of your hosts, Martinez, joined alongside
Gary
and Lawson.
Welcome to our show. Today's sip is brought to you by our iconic...
Old-fashioned. It's an old-fashioned drink. Yeah, here we go.
I mean, I guess that'll work.
Welcome to the Reserve Pour podcast. The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the host and guest and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the United States Army, the Department of Defense, any government agency, or private organization. We are not medical or legal professionals. The information shared on this podcast is intended for entertainment purposes only. Thank you for listening. And with that...
So yeah, with that, we are not medical professionals, right? So here's what I could tell you to do if something happens, right?
Dial 911.
Hit me up if you're in the state of New Jersey. Only place I can legally practice. Because I'm expired everywhere else.
There you go. I mean, medicine does expire, but...
It has a shelf life. Is it really expired?
Treatment-wise, that doesn't expire, right?
I got medicine in my cabinet that goes back like 10 years right now.
There you go. That's the spirit.
That's the spirit.
Still take it.
It'll be the last headache you'll get. Ever.
All right, so what's the agenda for today?
Today's topic is holidays and...
Special events.
Special events.
Significant events or special events?
I think it's significant events.
Significant events, yeah.
Special, significant. It starts with S.
Significant.
Significant events.
Same.
In our lives.
Right.
Okay.
And how it plays with like the military and...
Personal life.
Yeah, personal life.
All right.
So, for example, right, I've only had 3 Father's Days at home.
Out of how many years?
Oof, my oldest is 19 now. So, that's a lot of Father's Days
that
I've
lot.
missed. And it might not be as big as Mother's Day, right? But it's still...
Hold on. I'm going to stop you there. Because I think it is just as big, if not...
more important, actually.
Yeah.
Statistics show that...
a single father household versus single mothers. Not to knock anything from it. I'm from a single mother household. You know.
Me too. Yeah.
Let's put it out there. But having a father figure is very important. So just putting it out there.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, I mean, it sucks. I've had some decent Father's Days away, right? Like we always try to make the best out of any situation, given limited resources and limited time, and I guess mostly resources, right? Like if you're in the middle of the sandbox, you can't just go to Walmart and get some steaks and cook out, right? But
get some camels, put them on the sand.
You're still crossing a gray line there because the camels are quite precious.
It's like cows out here in Texas.
Well, Afghanistan.
You don't want to hit one of them.
I didn't see camels in Afghanistan.
No camels in Afghanistan?
I didn't see any.
No?
Actually, no.
Did you call for them?
How about those camel spiders?
Didn't see them either.
Dang.
Plenty of goats, though.
That's a bad deal.
All right. So Father's Day, Gary, what's your experience with Father's Day of the past of your career?
I mean, I guess I was fortunate enough. I was home for just about every Father's Day. Well, except for the year deployed, 2008. But my most significant events when I deployed. All my kids were at the age and the school level where that year they were moving up to the next grade, which was leaving the school. And I know we've had discussion before, like how
what type of school?
So my school district was like, you had the elementary, then you had the intermediate, middle school,
so
then
yours
high
is
school.
the weird version, right?
Well,
yeah, I find that a little
it's
odd,
weird,
honestly, because I've seen, right, with my recent move, there's primary, then you said what?
Intermediate,
and then
middle, and then high school. Elementary goes to third, intermediate is just fourth and fifth.
Let me ask
Middle
you a
school,
question.
sixth, seventh, and eighth. And
What does intermediate mean? Let's look it up.
Middle.
intermediate's definitely the middle between elementary and middle.
But that's like a double.
But back to my story. So the year I deployed, each of my kids were in either, well, my youngest was in elementary and he was moving up to the intermediate. No, I'm sorry, I got that wrong. He was like in preschool moving up to kindergarten in a new school. And then my two middle kids were moving up from elementary to intermediate, and then my oldest was moving up from intermediate to middle school.
Okay, so it
So
is definitely a significant.
Yeah, because the schools hold a special event. The parents come down, and a little celebration. I got a chance to, and all my kids were young, and it was just, my wife's home by herself, taking care of 4 kids in the household. So, to not be there, it kind of hurt, So, but then again, you miss just not things like that, but you might miss a birthday,
Significant. All right.
Yeah.
Is there, well, as we're talking about, dealing with the kids, have you missed any of their birthdays?
During that year, we left in.
Have you missed any while we're out here now?
Yeah. I did miss 3 birthdays while I was out there. And during this time that we were away, I missed every single one.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every single one. I mean, the joy is you have your phone, you can FaceTime and
Nowadays,
give them a call. Yeah, I mean, back then I didn't have anything.
Back then they ain't want you?
Huh?
No, how they all on me.
So back then, so again, we will bring this back to you, Martinez, about your interactions, how you could handle things when you weren't there. But since Gary is still there, back then, what did you do to kind of make up for those?
Man, it's tough to hear what your kids say. Hey, I miss you, Daddy. I love you when you're coming home. When you hear those things, it hurts. So, as soon as I got off the phone, I'd either grab a cigarette, have a smoke, I burned one, take a walk around a little camp that we were at, and I talk to my buddies, try to get my mind off of it, or even talk about it, and so this way, we can share our own.
You release it.
Yeah,
instead
you release
of bottling it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's our Father's Day. Talk about some birthdays. Did you miss any other significant holiday?
Let me see.
Your previous time, because
Yeah,
we missed them all up here.
I was only there for about 6 months and got hurt and sent home. So a little early in my deployment. So I was able to be home for Thanksgiving and Christmas. But before that, we left. Damn. Nothing really significant at that time.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing really
All right.
significant.
So Martinez,
Mm-hmm.
outside of Father's Day, any other holiday?
No,
big holiday?
yeah. I think so. I feel like I've definitely missed out on those graduations and step up ceremonies and plays and just important stuff that you wish you could be there for, but distance, situation, missions, and all of that just couldn't. You can't take the time off, so you're stuck wherever you're at, and like Gary said, you do have FaceTime, so it's good. You have pictures, which are great, but there's nothing like actually being there and being in the moment, and your kids seeing you there. That could be replaced, right? But it's the nature of the beast, right?
Yeah, this that's time gone.
Yeah.
Time is your most precious asset, most valuable asset.
This
One
is
thing you
true.
can't get back.
Can't get that back. No.
All right, so
What about you, Kev?
on my end, holidays, I can't think of a significant holiday that I've been away from home outside of, initial training, which also happened to be my favorite holiday, which is Thanksgiving, which we'll get back to with you guys.
All right.
So when I first joined, I enlisted in August. I shipped out end of November, so I had Thanksgiving dinner at Fort Jackson.
Oh, that's delicious.
It actually was. We had turkey.
That's good.
Can't really complain too much about that. But
Hey.
outside of that, I'm not a father. So I didn't really miss Father's Day. Mother's Day, well, I mean, it is a significant holiday. However, for us, it's, in my home life, it's a celebrated thing, but it's not always the be all end all. Like it's this. I think it's the second or third weekend in May. I don't even know.
Yeah.
But we will do stuff throughout the week regardless, because it's just, hey, we are aware that lives
Yeah.
shift. So
Okay.
Busy.
yeah, busy, and you never know. 'Cause even if it is that week, maybe next week we'll go out and do something. So
Right. Right.
Mother's Day it's there, but not that significant. Besides that, when we went to Germs, we missed Christmas, New Year. No, I'm lying. Actually, we did not. We missed every other holiday but that. We got back right before.
We just got back right.
By the way, Germs is Germany.
Germany, yeah, germs.
Yeah, Germs.
I didn't go.
Same difference.
Same.
Tomato, bitter.
No.
I'm
Okay.
sure
It's,
during that year you guys missed
Tomato, potato.
probably missed every single holiday,
We missed every holiday.
significant or not, right?
Oh, so yeah, with that
absolutely,
for
yeah.
significant events, it's kind of a joke, but still a significant event for me. My little sister.
Oh,
I've been in 8 years now, and I think I've been home for 2 of her birthdays,
okay.
and we make a joke about it because that's the baby sister, so she gets treated super unfairly, and she's a spoiled brat. But it seems like every time her birthday comes up, we have plans. Hey, I'm gonna be home, and then the army says, "Well, you sure about that?"
Yeah.
So, yeah, 2 of the past 8 years, it's the only time I've been home for that. So, I mean, all we really can do is, like say for your birthdays, is hey, you make a phone call, maybe you make a social medias post, you may go for it when you get back, but
At the end of the day, it's a thought. At least you took the time out, whether it's a phone call or a post, or you didn't forget.
I mean, I can't say I haven't forgotten. Also,
Oh.
I mean, it really depends on, I guess, the day. How work goes. I'm not big on the whole social media thing. Like Facebook, it was. Facebook is still very relevant, but they used to have everybody's birthdays. I don't even have Facebook on my phone, on this phone at least, so I don't get those updates. I mostly stay off social media, or in general, because after hour-long weekends, you don't hear from me, right?
Yeah. Usually.
Yeah,
So,
Most of the time, actually.
just about every time.
I'll be hibernating.
Hibernating.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I think I've been home for every other most major birthdays outside of my younger sister,
Okay.
and most holidays, except for, of course, our time out here, which, air quotes, yeah, we were totally
Here.
here. Define here, well, yeah, air quotes,
We were
right?
here. Yeah. Within our limits.
Definitely within our limits. Legally, we were within our limits.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of those special moments and that you would like to be there for, right? But just like I said, it's the nature of the beast, and you sign up for it, and when the army says you gotta go,
You gotta go.
you gotta go. Just like working corrections, right? We work holidays, we work weekends. The way that our schedule works is you get a rotating schedule. So we work 4, off 2, and then it just keeps on going, right? So the way that the rotation works, you get 1 week in a month off, where it is Saturday, Sunday. Then you get, Friday, Saturday.
Sunday, Monday.
Yeah, Well, it just minus one day. So you get Friday, Saturday. The next week would be Friday, Saturday. The next week would be Thursday, Friday, and so on and so forth, right? And then
So
the
you still
rotation-
rotate through Friday, Saturday,
Yes.
Saturday, Sunday, Sunday, Monday.
right.
Or
So
backwards, rather.
and it works, but still, the weekends usually is for the family, for the kids, because during the week, they go to school and all of that. So even with my regular job, you still kind of miss out in some aspects, but in other aspects you gain that flexibility because now you also have days off during the week, right?
Mhm.
So you could run your errands when everything is open and everything is functioning. You could take the kids to school. You could pick them up from school. Things that if you have a fixed schedule, you kind of limited to what you can do, So, yeah, but it's, I prefer to have Christmas off than New Year's. I feel like New Year's, it's still something celebrated and, something big, but it's usually at night, right? Like, what we usually do in our family is New Year's Eve, we're home, the ball drops, we all give hugs, kisses, and, best wishes, and then if something comes up, then we'll go out. We'll go to a bar, we'll go to a club, or we'll go to a friend's house and have a little party, but nothing crazy, usual shit.
All right. Gary?
It's funny you mentioned about the job, working for the post office. We just get the holiday off. So you get a chance to enjoy the holidays with your family, especially Thanksgiving and Christmas, at least for me, those two. But you see, you're working the day before. So now, Thanksgiving is a lot of preparation, right? You just can't do it in one day, one night. So,
No, definitely.
it's, you got to try to find a time before that to do it. And then you have it. You have Thanksgiving or you have Christmas Day. And then you can't, you can enjoy the day as best you can, but you got to get up early the next day to go to work because you got to go work the next day. And so it's tough on a lot of these holidays knowing that, whether it's like 4th of July, you're having a barbecue, and you're having a great time, but, you got to limit yourself to all the enjoyment and festivities because you got to get up to go to work the next day, So, I am grateful that I can have those days off where others have to work. But thinking of those holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas and probably my birthday are the most significant holidays and also events that I personally cherish.
Okay.
Because Thanksgiving, like small family that I have, my kids and their friends come over and enjoy the Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving for my kids' friends isn't the same because of their where they come from, whether they're Ecuadorian or, a nationality. They just don't celebrate Thanksgiving the way we do.
Right.
But so they enjoy coming over and eating with us. Christmas morning for us is the same thing. Just the kids and their friends come over. We wear pajamas and I make a big breakfast at the house. So those moments I enjoy.
What do you make?
We make everything, eggs, bacon,
The whole spread.
waffles, French toast, pancakes, home fries. There's sausages and bacon, like I said. There's juice. There's what's orange juice and lemon and champagne mixed together.
Oh, mimosas?
Mimosas.
That's what I was
my
gonna
God.
say. If you don't have mimosas, I'm not
Yeah,
coming.
mimosas, and then we usually watch
I
Christmas
prefer a
movies.
screwdriver myself.
That's
I like
what-
mimosas.
I rather have a mimosa early in the morning.
I'll take
you
a
know.
screwdriver.
But we do that, and I enjoy those moments like that. They truly mean a lot to me. And my birthday, that's a whole different thing. We can talk about that later.
Yeah, we will.
Now, speaking about drinks, what would be your favorite morning drink that you say that like brunch, like yeah, just your morning drink.
The morning beverage or morning drink?
Drink. Like a brunch drink. You're going out, you're gonna get saucy.
Ooh, sangria.
Sangria? Okay.
Ooh, wow. I would have to agree with them because the first thought came to my head was I'll have a beer definitely. But
In the morning?
You said brunch time.
Yeah.
I would have a beer. I mean, I was sitting in the airport coming here and shit like that, having a beer.
Yeah.
So
See,
there you go.
airport, I feel like
Airports are different.
Yeah.
I didn't have to drink a beer.
Airport, I feel like it's like going to the casino, right? There's no time for the casino. Every hour of the day, it's casino time, right? In the airport, I feel like any hour of the day, as long as the bar is open, it's drink time.
But I mean, being fair, as an adult, realistically, any time of the day, you have a beer in your hand, you could drink it, right?
Absolutely.
But something what Gary's thinking, if he wants a beer for his brunch, I mean, hey, you could have it. It just may not be as appropriate to, like, again, a brunch thing. You're going to a brunch, hey, let me get a beer.
Right, yeah.
At that point, I'm drinking a beer because I might be an alcoholic. But no, I mean, I'm drinking the beer. It's funny because I'm just drinking to drink it, actually.
No,
I'm not really enjoying it like I would be at other times.
I would definitely have a mimosa. Mimosas for me are like a staple to brunch, breakfast, early, anything. Mimosas go hard. For me, at least.
They don't. It's champagne.
Yo. No.
Champagne.
Don't get it twisted.
I've seen people get real wasted on
totes.
like
Oh,
when it's
I have too,
especially when it's bottomless mimosas.
There's a funny story. So I came home from I don't know if it was like a class or training, AT or whatever it was, and one of my cousins picked me up. Right, it was I took like the first flight home. So by the time I landed in New York City in JFK, no, it might have been LaGuardia. By the time I landed in LaGuardia, it was maybe 9 a.m., 10 a.m., right? And it was like, oh, I appreciate you picking me up. Let's go grab some breakfast, right? Mm-hmm. So I searched for some good spots in Queens area, and come across this really nice place. We go there, we park, and we go in, we order food, and they tell us, we order mimosa, and they tell us that they have bottomless mimosas for $20.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, you know what? Let's do it.
Oh, boy.
All right?
Okay.
To win, our food is not out yet. We were feeling nice. And when I tell you we were feeling nice, I'm talking about saucy as hell. Mm-hmm. And it's like, dude, it's like bottomless mimosas, right? So it's like, do you have anything going on today? Like, nah. Like, do you? Like, no. All right. Whatever, right?
Okay.
We might have had two more. We left that place trashed. I mean, we were fucking... We still ate, but... Let me tell you, those bottomless mimosas.
Hence the word bottomless.
I don't know.
And no one seems to have a limit.
I'm not against mimosas, but I don't know what it is. It could be the bubbles. Mind you, I like bubbles within reason. Yeah, the bubbles. But I think sangria just has to have it.
Do you like red sangria or white sangria?
Red sangria. It has the fruit, that's bobbing around, and there's usually a...
Yeah, there's a place by me that makes white. Oh, man.
I don't like the extra wine, because everybody does make it different, and, define sangria. It's a very loose term, right?
Yeah.
But I like it. I like the fruits. I like the taste when it has that nice light taste. Otherwise, like I said, get a screwdriver all day.
Grand Marnier posted sangria right on their Instagram page, and I replicated. So I believe it's Pinot Grigio, and you use the Grand Marnier, and the fruit, of course, right? The iconic fruit. So you chop it up, you let it sit overnight, and then, or at least a couple hours. But the Grand Marnier with the wine, oof, delicious.
Yeah. I guess that really is more what I was trying to say is depending on the wine you put in it.
Yeah.
Because when you have it's very dry, that's for me dry wine. I don't like it at all. Will I drink it? I mean,
I'm not,
anyway,
I'm not a wine drinker.
if it's a drier sangria, it kind of kills the taste for me. So I like it having a lighter taste. Again, the whole point is sangria. You're gonna have the fruits. You're gonna have it, and more. Again, for me, sangria it's a brunch thing. So
Yeah,
okay,
I can agree. And the thing with sangria is that no one makes it the same. It's always always so different tasting. Could be sweeter, could be drier, like you said, and fruitier.
There's really no. I mean, I'm pretty sure that there are recipes for it, but they're all not the same, right?
Yeah.
So, like for mimosas is supposed to be 50-50, right? Half part orange juice, half part wine or champagne. I mean, right?
Champagne.
Yeah. So that's easy solution, right? 50-50. That's it. But for sangria,
It's a few different things.
Right. Yeah. It's a different recipe.
All right. So, any other significant events that
Yeah, we
kind of went off track a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. I tell you this though, I do have one very significant event, and that's the date, April 29th, 2020, and that's when I was sick with COVID, was on a ventilator for 2 months. That's the day I woke up. So for me, it's almost like a reborn day, like another birthday for me.
April what?
April 29th, 2020. So during that time, it's tough for me. It's tough for me to be around anybody or just do anything. So that day, that's got to be right now my most significant day that has really taken effect on me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So outside of those, like small, for me again, it is minor because I'm a very independent person. So again, major holidays, again, we do miss them. Like I'm a big family person outside of just being solo. So family events are a very big thing to me, which is kind of going to lead into what's next is favorite holidays, right? My favorite holiday, hands down, is Thanksgiving.
Okay, I could totally agree. It's
The
one
first
of mine.
reason is your boy like to eat.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we know you like to eat.
Your boy like to eat.
Damn.
But outside of food, like my family has always been really my mother's side of my grandmother's side. I'm sorry, my grandmother's side of the family has always been really close. Like they grew up. See, my grandfather, I believe he immigrated to America, and he grew up from there. So my grandmother, I don't know too much outside of because I never really asked too deep because she passed before I was even born. But so like I know of my grandfather's side of the family because he had kids outside of my.
Whoops.
Sorry, couldn't hear that. So he had kids outside of my grandmother, but my grandmother's side of the family, her kids, my mother, my aunts, my uncles, it was always a very tight group, no matter what. So to me, it's every holiday we were together, we were doing something, we'd have dinner, even if it's literally just dinner. Hey, let's come over, we'll have a baked mac and cheese, or just something, just to come together and eat. So Thanksgiving is one of those major holidays where almost everybody is going to be there. And growing up, that's really what it was. We had, again, my grandmother's side, we had my grandfather's side. We had a lot of people that would always show up, and usually it was at our house. So, we'd cook, and everybody comes together, and we'll just, catch back up. And it's, to me, that's always something that I found appealing.
Yeah.
Appetizing and appealing.
Rewarding,
yeah. Satisfying. That's a better word. It was always a satisfying experience. Hey,
a joyous.
Yeah.
feeling.
There you go. Yeah.
And it just stuck with me.
Because you feel connected.
Yeah.
Everybody's so tight like that,
Yeah. But then outside, after Thanksgiving, all the
Everybody goes to their own
But then Christmas and New Year's are kind of the same thing, you know.
Show back
It's
up.
not as big of an event as Thanksgiving, but same thing. We usually get a turkey, depending how it looks, because they may have them, they may not. It may not be worth buying a turkey when you can get other stuff, because we usually do a turkey and a ham and a whole bunch of other. But same thing, you're gonna get all the food, you're gonna cook, people are gonna come together. You spend the day or two before, like you said.
Yeah.
Spend a day or two before preparing, all day cooking, getting things ready. It's to me that's my favorite.
Yeah.
I can definitely relate to that. You know, it just sucks that why does it have to be like significant
special
events and
days,
those days where
yeah.
everybody gets together? You know, it's like somebody passes away, and this is where you meet
That's
up with
right, yeah.
so many people, right? Friends, families that you haven't seen. And it's, you know, you may even say it to yourself, or even say it to like, "Damn, we have to, you know, we should be able to connect." But you know what? Hey, life gets in the way, and you know everybody does their thing and stuff. So,
It does suck, especially in those settings, right? The funeral settings. I feel like why aren't we, you know, more close, or why don't we spend more time together? You know, and it sucks, right? Because I mean, what do you usually say when you meet with people at the funeral home? Like, oh, it's nice to see you. It's like, oh, dang, like, is it really, like, I mean, given the circumstances, it's still nice to see them,
Right.
but it's like the circumstances don't necessarily call for that, right? I always felt weird saying, like, oh, it's nice to see you. But, I mean, yeah, it is nice to see you. But it's, you know, it's not about them. It's circumstance that brought us back together.
I could just see it as you just not seeing them. Just like, hey, shit, you know, it's nice
Yeah.
to see you because you haven't seen them,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
And here you are at this.
That's a very good point. Significant events, because I don't remember if we have spoke about it or not, but you know, my mother actually passed away before we came out, and her
Sorry about
services,
that.
I've seen people that I haven't seen or heard of from since I was a kid,
Wow. Okay.
like small. We have people come up from out of state, from like
Exactly.
Florida,
Wow.
from
Yeah.
you know the Carolinas, someone from
Right.
Virginia.
Yeah, people. You start getting introduced to family members like,
Yeah,
this is your cousin, third, you know,
Oh.
whatever.
I remember them. My number's been the same since I was in the 6th grade, and that was like maybe 15 years ago at this point. I'm bad at math. I'm in the Army, right? But people I haven't seen or heard from in years. People Mom hasn't seen or heard from in years. And she was the type to keep in touch with everybody.
Okay.
We used to get on her because, you know, she'd still try to talk to people who didn't want to be there.
Right.
So, but yeah, it's people just show up, and like you said, oh, hey, it's so good to see you. Sorry it's under the circumstances, but hey, it's good to see you.
It's the normal formalities that you go through.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. The same lingo, is jargon that you say to one another, and then you go home and
It's just the
all right,
principle.
I'll see you at the next funeral or
Yeah.
something.
You know, being so I was speaking of, you know, funerals and all of that. For a while, I was designated. What are they called?
Funeral honors?
Is it honor guard?
Yeah,
Honor guard?
Honor guard, right? So for the Army and in corrections, actually, I was also part of their honor guard. So, you know, the Army has a little bit more customs and courtesies type of thing, right? Where you have to do something, right? Fold the flag. You have to play the, what's it called? The bugle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I forgot where I was going with that story.
Yeah, the
Oops.
funerals and dealing with people in that circumstance.
So some of the one of the funerals that I attended to from corrections, it was a what nationality? Maybe Bengali, and they have like these drums that they play in the funeral home, right?
Okay.
And it's a super celebrated event.
Mhm.
And you know, you're standing there at like parade rest, and they have, you know, drums going on, and there's, you know, people dancing, and there's festivities going on to, you know, we always say like we're celebrating their life, but most of the funerals that you attend, It's you got to be quiet and you just sit there. And, you either pray or you meet with people, whatever. But I thought that was nice, right? You're actually celebrating their life and what they gave, right?
It doesn't have to be a sad event,
right? Yeah, not necessarily. Yeah.
Yeah, not necessarily.
Well, going back into that, it brings, as we talk, it brings up different things you don't really remember. But like, that was part of what I was thinking about for Mom, because it shows just how much people she actually
touched.
Impacted in her life. It was definitely a sad occasion. Still is a sad occasion.
Of course.
Like the amount of people that reached out and the amount of support that was there, even if it was virtual, because we had a lot of streaming stuff, because not everybody could make it. Right. The amount of people that was there is like, she touched a lot of people, and it was definitely a celebration. But that's a big thing for, again, other coaches, where I think we tend to wear black and we mourn. You remember it's still their life, but they wear white and they praise and they tell stories, and it's a much happier occasion.
Yeah, the coaches. So it's like a celebration, almost a party, like.
Right. Yeah. And it's crazy how technology has helped and aided in that aspect, right? Because sometimes people can't make that travel, whatever circumstances it is, they can make that travel. And just like we were talking about earlier, right? How did you communicate? Because I know when I was in Iraq, it was, what was it, 06, 07? And sure, cell phones were out, but you definitely didn't have coverage overseas, right? Like now, T-Mobile gives what, I think Mexico and Canada for free, right? So you don't
free service in there, because I had T-Mobile, excuse me. I had service in Germany, so it was just limited.
Yes,
there was no service for us in Afghanistan.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Like, I had to use one of their phones and throw a chip in there.
And that's what I did. Yeah. So luckily, Q West, where I was at, they did have a little Q mark where you could buy a chip, and I was able to throw it in my phone. And luckily, my phone was unlocked, because that was a big thing.
Yeah, I have an unlocked phone. Right.
And so. That could take, CDMA and GSM. So overseas works on GSM.
You want to speak English?
Yeah. GSM, just like, Global Service something. I don't know. It's two networks. There's CDMA and GSM. GSM was usually like T-Mobile, where you actually had a physical SIM card. CDMA was internal SIM cards. But given the technology now you can have both. You can have GSM and CDMA within the same phone, which were called world phones, because you can switch between the two.
Okay.
Nowadays, I mean, me personally, I have two lines on my personal phone.
I got two phones,
but they're both they're both digital though, right?
One of them is digital.
Okay.
One of them is digital. One of them is actually the SIM card.
But I thought iPhones got rid of their SIM cards.
With the... Oh, crap.
Actually?
Because they do have a internal...
I know they got rid of their SIM card.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
The space is there for the SIM card, but they got rid of actual SIM cards.
Yeah, I have the 14, and yes, I just looked at it.
You have a primary line and a secondary line.
Secondary line, right.
Yeah.
And so I have Verizon as my primary, which is where my main carrier is, and then I have AT&T, which, I mean, it's been great, because wherever I don't have Verizon, I still have service from AT&T, and I'm able still to use the phone. If I was to go to Mexico, where it's AT&T reliable, I can just switch my network to AT&T, and they'll work on the, I think, T-Mobile towers.
Yeah, T-Mobile.
Yeah, so I'll still be able to have.
All right, that's good. So,
a little off topic
again.
No, not that much off topic.
No, not that much.
Still talk, because again, when you're not home, how do you communicate with those back home?
Yeah,
for the holidays,
right?
On
those holidays. That's
but yeah.
But you know what? Since you are on the spot, on the hot seat right now, Martinez, I don't remember hearing your favorite holiday and why.
Yeah.
No, my favorite holiday.
Please don't say Cinco de Mayo.
So Cinco de Mayo is not. Please, no. It is not a Mexican holiday.
I know.
It is.
It's America's thing.
Yes.
They're the ones that do
Oh
that.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Cinco de Mayo is the independence of a state of Mexico. It is not a Mexican holiday.
Okay,
You sure
so
about
And
that?
I hate it, right? Because it has been, just like everything else, it has been Americanized, right?
yeah, but when I think of that day, I do think of you.
Thanks. I guess.
I know, because he doesn't like tequila. He likes tacos, but not tequila.
Oh yeah, I love tacos, but
Not tequila.
Yeah.
real tacos, not like
He's not
this
Mexican.
fake
He's
not Mexican.
lettuce
He's like-
tacos
he likes
with a
tequila.
hard shell.
Let's
and-
go to Taco Bell.
I mean, I do eat Taco Bell.
I love me some
I do
Taco
eat what's the
Okay.
other one?
Okay. Excuse me.
Chipotle?
Excuse me.
Chaparro. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
What is your favorite holiday?
My favorite.
Stop avoiding the
holiday
topic.
would have to be Christmas. I feel like I am big on giving more than I am on receiving. I
We know.
like.
I was trying to keep quiet. The gift that keeps on giving here.
Hey no.
It's a horse of another color.
Just the whole fact of like giving and seeing people's reactions to the gift. You try to make it personal, and it's a. I feel like it's an intimate thing. Where you're all in one place. You're enjoying the festivities. There's plenty of food. There's drinks, and usually is your close friends and family that are there.
Yeah.
So.
It's
Yeah.
understandable. Very understandable.
Yeah, I think Christmas by far is definitely my favorite holiday.
Christmas.
I'm not against Christmas.
Now, because
No.
we are Hispanic, we do open presents at midnight.
I don't do that, and I'm Hispanic.
I don't know what it is.
I don't
mean,
like that.
Listen, we send the kids to sleep early, and then Santa Claus comes, and then we wake them up because Santa Claus came, and now you gotta open up presents.
Yeah.
Santa Claus came, huh?
Pause.
Well, yeah. So, in fact, I remember that now from my job. Gary was talking about how he only gets the day off. My job, the old contract, they have the day off, but for us, we just get the extra 8-hour pay for working the holiday.
Nice.
But because I work midnight, like Christmas, right? So in our household, it's just you open presents when you wake up in the morning.
Yeah, Christmas morning.
So
yeah.
if I'm getting out at 8:00, everybody would come over to the house, like my sister and my nephews. We have a party usually the day Christmas Eve, depending on again because it's not just them, but it's everybody who will come over for dinner. Depending on what they would do, it would be Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. But Christmas Day, sister, the nephews, closer people, their friends, they'd come over and they'd open stuff up Christmas Day. So if I get out of work at 8 a.m., I'm home by like 9. We're making breakfast,
Yeah.
got everything going, and then everybody open up from there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's tough having working that type of shift. Yeah, and then dealing with the holidays and
It works for me because Thanksgiving, I'm going to eat and eat and eat, then go to work and
Then
sleep.
go to work.
Yeah, but Christmas, I'd have off. It's usually quiet too. New Year's, I'm at work. And I do like New Year's. Don't get me wrong, but like you said, it's it's a new year. The ball's
It
gonna
is.
drop, fireworks are gonna go off. You're gonna get what we do with all the drunken, disorderly people. It's
Right.
just whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
Those holidays growing up for me, now I'm thinking back now. Now things are just coming. But when I was younger, our whole family would get together. Aunts, uncles, like you said, cousins. I'd see my cousins that we've been pretty tight, and it's just the music's playing. Like my uncle they used to play the timbales, the congas, and they used to get up and and as time goes on, it's like all that's kind of faded away a little bit, and I kind of miss that,
So yeah,
Some
my
instances.
yeah my first daughter's her grandmother, they when I was dating her daughter during Christmas times, they would do dang, I forgot the word. But they would go from family's house to family's house, right?
Just hopping.
But they had the drums, they had the maracas, they had the guitar. Yeah, I forgot the word, but it's a it's part of the culture, right? So you would go from house to house and singing like typical classical
Caroling.
Wow, that
sound
could be
good.
close to caroling. Right?
Christmas carols and going
No, like-
back and
but
forth
in
to
a
singing.
Hispanic version,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
it is,
that's
yeah,
whatever
yeah,
that is. Yeah.
Caroling. Oh,
yeah. There you go, nailed it. Something very, very similar. The word is not there, but I got to experience that with them, right? So we would go.
Let's look it up.
It's not Garibaldi. It's not like, oh fuck. Yeah, I can't remember.
Don't worry about it. I'll look it up.
but that's
But-
what they
Keep
would do.
talking.
But yeah, that's exactly what it was, right? So you go to the first family house, and then everybody had food prepared, so everybody shows up, singing these typical Christmas songs and bringing the party over, right? So you would get there, eat, and then party a little bit and go off to the next family
Next house.
member's house, right?
Yeah.
The same thing. That was really nice experience. They're Puerto Rican, old school Puerto Rican, right? So plenty of fucking drinks, plenty of food.
Yeah.
Two things that will never end in throughout the entire night. There's plenty of food and drinks for sure. Even now, they relocated from New York to Florida.
I think I got
And-
the word. I think I got it for it. Las Posadas.
No, that's a Mexican thing. Posadas is a Mexican thing.
I
But
did look
aren't
up.
you
I did
Mexican?
look up Mexican culture.
No, it's
and
Puerto
found-
Rican.
Oh.
I should know this, and I'm Puerto Rican, but then again,
You sure about that?
Yeah, you sure about that? Did you actually party as a Puerto Rican?
I did. I partied as a Puerto Rican. We did a lot of things as Puerto Ricans in my family.
But yeah, it's I feel like as time goes by and you grow up, you make your own holidays, right? With your own little circle, with your own friends, family.
Parrandas.
Parrandas. Yep.
Ah, damn
Las
it.
Parrandas. Yep. That's what it was. And they're fun. They are fun because you show up full party. Like I said, there's congas, there's drums, there's maracas, there's guitars, people singing, and the moment that you knock on their door is full blast. You go from 0 to 100. You come in, the party's going, and then until the songs finish, that's when you sit down, you eat, you hang out, you chill, you drink plenty, and then go off to the next house.
Yeah.
And they were great. But like I was saying, as you get older, I feel like you as a person, you are you, right? You become your own person. Your holiday becomes something else, and then you enjoy the company that you've created, right? With your little circle, with your little family that you've created, and I think now maybe even like I think still Christmas will still be my main one,
Okay.
but maybe 4th of July.
I wonder what happened on 4th of July for you to say that.
Because I'm proud to be an American.
Yeah. So, not to knock Christmas, because I do know like there's a lot of Christmas has a long history. Thanksgiving is a more recent history to my limited knowledge, because I don't research holidays as much.
Okay.
But I definitely feel like Christmas is, or has rather been, more focused on the idea of gifts and giving. And that's literally what it's all about. Like, you get all these outrageous sales and everything going on. Everybody's trying to buy this and that. And that's what it's been more focused on.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's, for me, like, don't get me wrong, I love Christmas. I love the time. Again, even while we're cooking for Thanksgiving, I'm playing Christmas music, you know. They hate me for it, but yeah, I don't care. I'm drinking eggnog, you know, RIP to my stomach, but, you know.
It's the season,
or
right?
coquito, right?
Especially
Yeah,
all
there
day.
you go. There you go.
Drinking all of it. And, you know, we're chilling, we're cooking, we're doing everything, but I feel Christmas has definitely more moved to, again, the gift giving stuff. And it falls on us, you know, the older generation, to, hey, this is what it's about.
To keep it going.
But realistically, that's a battle we're never going to win.
Shit, I remember on Christmas, everything was closed.
Yeah?
Everything. Like, you know, and now it's, hey, you know, stores are open.
It's
you know.
double time for me. I don't mind.
Yeah, you see? Well,
Right, yeah. And that situation is good for the people that are working. But not everybody gets double time when they're working.
Yeah, I know, but
The
I'm just saying, the whole point, though, it's still, it's mostly about, hey, let's get a gift. And I'm not really a big gift kind of guy, just in general.
Okay.
Like, it's, for me, I don't know how to act when I get gifts, Christmas or otherwise, as you guys can attest.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I gave him a gift, and he just looked at he just played with the axe. I was like,
I was happy, but
Does he
like, I
like
don't
it?
know how to act. Like, do I be, oh my God, or do I?
no, don't do that.
I don't know.
Don't exaggerate.
Yeah.
Don't be weird.
Just go, oh my God.
Yeah, like, but I don't know. So my reaction is like, it's completely different than a regular person. Like, you would think I hate it, but I really do like it. It's just, I don't know how to act.
Okay.
But I feel like Christmas is just more about gifts instead of like just the time.
Okay.
Which
Wait,
is why it more
would you
moves
say
me to
would
it.
you say the time or the meaning behind Christmas? I mean, for us,
Well, what's the meaning behind Christmas?
I mean, it's like the birth of Jesus Christ. For those that are,
Are you sure about that?
well, that's what
Because
it's supposed
technically,
to.
what Christmas is, to my limited understanding, again, you know, we did put the disclaimer up front this time. So, wasn't this Christmas, as we know, with the pagan holiday, taking over the birth of Christ? Because his birthday wasn't actually December 25th.
I don't remember that.
The homework. Let's figure that out for next time.
I wasn't taught that in religion classes.
Yeah. There's Abraham Lincoln did tell me on TikTok, so it could have been he had
Oh,
his
boy.
sources wrong.
Subject for another podcast. No.
But either way, like I said, the three wise men brought him gifts, and I guess that's kind of what started the whole idea of giving gifts on Christmas. But
Yeah.
so I think it's way too
Commercialized.
definitely.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I feel like most holidays are commercialized now, you know?
Yeah.
It's not always a bad thing, but so I have my nephews, right? I went out just for Christmas. I bought my nephews like $300 monitor because he broke his old one, and like when I gave it when he got it, because you know we were here. He got a call. Oh, thank you for the monitor. Not I missed you, and not okay. Well, I look forward to seeing you. Thank you for the monitor. And it's like it, which I do understand. You know, they're kids, but it's like, oh,
How old is he?
that's a good question. Nah, I think he's in his teens now, maybe 13, 14.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in 2023. I think he's like 13 now.
Okay. I'm just thinking of like, you know, but
yeah. But I mean, that's just a kid thing. But
yeah.
it's just like their focus is more on, maybe not even focus, but you know, they're thinking more of the gift because
Right.
that's what it's been. So we
Yeah.
grew up with nothing. So to me, I was happy to have even something for Christmas because the whole point too was, you know, everybody, let's come together, let's cook, let's do something for everybody.
Yeah.
So to me, it was a more close knit thing. To nowadays, it's just like, well, hey, there's this new gift, there's this new, let me get this game, let me get this toy, let me get this that. You know,
Man, growing up, I was given the J.C. Penney catalog and said, okay, pick what you want in there. And me and my brother and sister would just circle things that we wanted. If we got it, we got it. If not,
Yeah.
it was I mean, if anybody out there remembers J.C. Penney catalogs.
I remember catalogs from JCPenney, but I remember that. And like you
Yeah.
said, if you got it, you got it.
Yeah.
It was nothing. If I got something, I was happy for it. But the point still was everybody, we'd come together and do everything right then and there. It was a whole family thing. Now it's so much more commercialized. Like, but Thanksgiving is still Thanksgiving. You know, we still do have everybody come over. whoever is still in New York, at least, we'll have everybody come over and we'll cook, and that's what it's like.
Yeah, I can see
I like
that.
that idea.
Yeah, I can see that being a more intimate event, right, than Christmas. Like, what was it? This past year, my brother made us say something that we were grateful for, right? I'm hard at expressing feelings, right? So I get emotional, right? So it takes a lot for me to say words. Words are hard.
Words are hard.
So to actually put a sentence together of saying, I mean, I'm grateful for so many things, but to put those words together and say it out loud, I choke, and it's hard for me.
Yeah.
You know? So, but I do feel like the whole Thanksgiving events are definitely a lot more intimate. You know, just like I mean, even the description that you're given, it's a more intimate setting where, you know, people come together and just enjoy the moment, right?
Yeah.
It's not about the gifts. It's not about the you know, anything else.
Yeah.
It's about just catching up and enjoying each other's company.
Right.
Significant to me. I mean, I know everybody does have their own take on it.
No, yeah.
Everybody does have their... No, Gary, we didn't hear your favorite, did we? We heard you talk about it, but it was...
Favorite holiday?
Yeah.
I did.
What was it?
I said it was Christmas and Thanksgiving as well.
You have to pick one.
I have to pick one.
What is your favorite?
Thanksgiving.
Okay.
It is Thanksgiving for me.
Why? I
Just
want you to tell me again.
Just because of all the food. Because of all the food.
Okay.
And the family. Yeah, of course the family getting together. Whatever family that I have here. And, yeah, man, the food. I just look at all that food. I'm like, oh, gosh. I just want to just devour it all.
I agree.
And drink it. Just enjoy the moment with everybody, you know?
Yeah.
You know?
Eat for days after that.
Life is precious.
Yeah.
There's one significant event also that kind of comes to mind for me, and that was the birth of my little sister back in 1980. She happened to be the oops kid, so it was a shock to me and my brother that
You guys working
kind of ruined the whole family dynamic that we had here. The birth of my little sister.
Wait, is it the sister we met?
That is the sister you met. Amber Rose's
Rose.
doppelganger.
Yeah, that's a good time. I'm pretty sure she finally remembers her time down here.
What up, Selena? So,
She's pretty cool.
Let's not talk about what happened.
yeah.
You know, I going back to what I was saying earlier, I think now, you know, proud to be an American.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like 4th of July is definitely something to be proud of, right? Like chasing that American dream, right? But not only that, what goes behind 4th of July? You know, drinking, barbecuing.
I mean, it is our independence.
But that's the point.
Right.
I think you're getting at.
Yeah. What goes behind that, right?
Yeah,
like,
no, sorry.
Yeah.
Just like Memorial, Veterans, Labor,
Right.
all those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And recently, I had the pleasure to having you guys come over to my house, right? My
Yeah.
brand new home, which
Yes.
I'm still working on it, and you know, there's still so much to do, as you guys could attest to that.
Allegedly, it's tested.
Allegedly.
Well, yeah.
Oh, man, this man put us to bed tired, beat.
Well, speak for yourself. You was falling asleep in the
Bro,
chair.
Come on, this is
Allegedly
bro,
falling
we
asleep in the
we
chair.
shared the same room, and you were... I know I was snoring, but
I was out.
You were snoring. I mean...
Gary said he couldn't sleep because you.
One
were
night I
snoring
couldn't sleep so
loud.
bad. I couldn't sleep. And I had my back turned. I was like, oh my God, please shut up. I was like, should I shove a sock in his mouth? Or something?
Yeah. No, but he
But
was
I'm sure
bad.
I was too.
No, he was bad. I just learned how to deal with it.
Right.
If I'm tired, I'm gonna just close.
Yeah,
I'm just
exactly,
pretend
yeah,
to go to
yeah.
bed.
Two fucking boys in the room.
Yeah, no.
But
and we didn't snuggle once.
oh dang,
I was so
you missed the
disappointed.
opportunity.
So disappointed.
He says that, but I was a big spoon.
I wanted to be the little spoon.
A big boy. It better be a big
Yeah,
spoon.
big boy, right?
That's hilarious.
sorry to.
Oh,
Which-
no.
No,
This
but I
is-
mean, to
this is
your
great.
point, yes, we did spend 4th of July, our 4-day at your house. And,
Allegedly.
yeah, allegedly.
Law requires. I add allegedly.
And whenever, so we did do the touristy stuff, right? We went to the beach where you guys got to experience East Coast white sand, crystal blue clear beach water and beaches. We got to see some sea turtles.
Yeah.
Sea turtles, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went to the river where Lawson almost died.
Did some canoeing and
Some
kayaking.
canoeing,
Kayaking? I said kayaking.
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 With a K. With a K. Every kiss begins with K.
It's cute.
And then it was a great idea to, of course, it's 4th of July weekend, so we did fireworks. Right?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yes, that would be considered a significant event.
It is a significant...
Due to 4th of July, the holiday, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh man.
So, damn,
We went out and bought fireworks, right? You got these I don't know, these little like
They came in a tube.
they came in a tube, right? They were launched out of a tube. This little firework with a very long fuse.
Was it though?
Yeah,
It
that,
burned kind of fast.
it was pretty long.
I'm gonna let you continue with the story because somebody was supposed to read the directions on the.
The directions were misleading.
the
okay.
directions. So I bought this new home, and then this weekend I almost didn't have a home anymore.
Because it almost got burned down. But
It was fun.
on top of that, we just got done eating and we were drinking.
Yes,
But I don't think any of us were.
no,
not
no.
by law.
We're in
We,
the right
we
state
were
of
we were
mind.
drinking Trulies.
But if anybody would have saw this, yeah, these guys are probably fucked up. What the fuck is
Yeah.
going on over there? But anyway, continue with your story.
Oh, I mean, I didn't have a story per se, but
Oh, what? No,
yeah.
you don't.
So we bought these a whole bunch of, what was it, $300 worth
Yeah,
of
$350.
fireworks? $350.
About 350.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
And only essentially just two
Two
boxes of
For the rest,
fireworks.
they were sparklers.
Yeah, which was like
Not,
Yeah, but the box
$8
that had with
it was a lot of
the
sparklers.
tubes and those little fireworks that launched out of
That
the
was
tube.
a
It was
24
four.
shot.
Yeah, it was
24
it was
four.
a 24 shot. Yeah.
4 tubes, 24 shot.
Yes. Now, last year, it was the first year that I ever did fireworks. So, you guys wanted fireworks, and we're like, yeah, sure, let's do fireworks.
It was also,
Let's be specific.
that's where it's
Who
cheering.
wanted fireworks?
You wanted fireworks.
I wanted fireworks.
So we bought the fireworks
So we did buy the
and
fireworks.
we waited for the sun to go down.
As we ate and drank.
Yeah.
And then what happened, Lawson?
We decided to set up the tube that
So,
launched these things.
Reading this instructions,
There we go.
right, on the box, it was like it had like the Chinese up top and the English on the bottom, so the translation wasn't all there. So I had to light it, then put it in the tube. So I tried doing that, and let's just say it never made it in the tube.
First of all, this guy decided. He decided.
No, we're not going into detail.
But you
Just
lit
know-
it outside of the tube.
That's what the English
Yes.
translated instructions said.
By the way, the fuse was long enough to come out of the tube and hang over. But we didn't know that.
But let's go.
But we found out
it
afterwards.
said to get it from the base of the firework,
Okay.
but then the fuse wasn't. It was moving because it's a long fuse. So I
Yeah.
had to grab it from the top, and that's what happened.
No, that's not what happened.
That is what happened. You couldn't see. You ran away.
No, it was after the fact.
You did run away.
I did run away. You decided to hold this bomb in your hand, this little bomb.
What was
with
it,
this
like 2.5 inch, I think it was?
Yeah.
No, I held it almost at the very tip.
With this,
No, the actual...
the actual firework.
I think it was just under 2.5 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little over 2 inches.
You decided to light this thing outside of the tube, right, with this long fuse. But what you failed to realize, but then you did realize at the moment that when you lit this fuse, this was a very fast fuse, and you did not know.
Did you not hear the beginning of the
You
story?
didn't know
again?
what to do. Yeah. All I saw was juggling, and I'm like, I'm fucking out of here. And it just fell to the ground, and I ran. I was like, this shit is not going to take me out.
Definitely
no way.
feel like you're exaggerating. No. So what happened is I grabbed it from the bottom at first to light the end.
Yeah.
But then that wasn't happening. So then I grabbed it closer to the top. And when it lit, I didn't juggle it. It fell. Like I tried to grab it and it fell right down. Then I went to go try to pick it back up. But then I said, let me probably not do that. And I took a step back.
Too late.
That fuse was like,
Yeah. I was going to kick it into the open field because you do have an open field next to you. But then I said, let's just see what happens. If it's bad, well.
yeah.
That's the show. But by that point, Gary, as soon as I opened my hand, like,
As
because
soon as I saw how fast that fuse
the
was,
fuse hit me, Gary, he
I
turned
was
around.
gone. I was standing
Gary
right next
was
to this
gone.
thing.
When I turned around and I saw you light it, I was like,
too
wait,
late.
no. And then I saw the light, the fuse
Take
light
off.
up. I was like, oh, crap, it's too late. And then that's when I saw you drop it. And I was like, oh, crap.
Which way's it gonna go?
I went to try and pick it back up. I was like, oh, no, that's a bad answer.
Yeah, I know, right. Yeah, once it's
Yeah.
that lit.
And then I
it's
thought about
over.
kicking it, but then I just
No.
reacted too slow.
No, and it was good.
Yeah,
because-
because right, like a second later, the fuse hit and it was a wrap.
So we all ran away or moved out of the way.
Yeah.
And
Like 10 steps back.
it exploded on
Spectacularly.
on the floor. Yes, it was
Spectacularly.
It was.
You felt the vibrations and the reverb inside of you, which is great. I mean, it added to the effect.
Yeah, it was perfect.
And then the rest of the night went without hiccups, right?
Yeah, because we actually read the directions this time.
No,
I mean, we actually knew how to do it.
You know how to do it.
The first one's always a test, you know?
Hey.
You gotta try everything twice.
There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah, I definitely am a fan of 4th of July for what is actually about at the end of the day.
Right.
It's our actual official independence from England. And it gets blown out of proportion again. We have these big fireworks shows that goes off that sets half the bay on fire, like what happened out
Oof.
here.
Yes.
Well, isn't that
40
part of the
acre fire.
Star Spangled Banner? Bombs bursting in the air.
Yeah, but this one burst on the grass and it caused a 40-acre fire that they supposedly noticed right away. Even though as we left the fireworks show, 30 minutes later, it was still on fire. But
I wish we could record these off-the-scene moments that we have. There's just too many.
yeah, there is.
Yeah, we definitely should walk around with a camera on.
Yeah. Because then every day would be a significant event.
But you know what? If that's what people want to see, you know, a day in the life of what we actually do, you know what you got to do.
Our retardedness.
Like, comment, subscribe, throw comments, send an email, send a DM, hit up Gary and tell him what you really think is about his
I would love to hear it.
$20 story from Manhattan.
I'm going to find that bitch.
What is it? Sip number 3, I think it was.
That was another significant event. How I got my wallet, my money stolen from a hooker.
But it's not affected by your military time.
No, not at all. Back then,
Oh,
it
yeah,
was,
no.
I was
Except that now you learn to keep your
I
wallet
was
closer.
just, I was just a baby then. I was just a baby. I was just a baby.
Chicken strips.
But yeah.
Yeah. 4th of July, I think it's honestly Valentine's Day was like a second for me. My second
Valentine's Day. Okay.
Me and sugar, I love the sugar, but it was just always I don't know.
Did you just say sugar?
Yeah, I love the sugar.
My sugar?
Yeah, I love the
No.
sugar.
The sugar.
The sugar. Okay.
I'm a little bit of a cornball, so Valentine's Day was
All right.
definitely one of my favorites. But outside of that, like 4th of July is definitely there. Like the undertones of what it is, and again, it's still an event where we all come together. You know, in New York, fireworks aren't easy to come by or legal. I mean, they are if you know. But that's a story for another sip.
Yeah.
So we do that. We'd all come out and barbecue because I love to barbecue. During the summer, that's what we would do. We go out to the park, we barbecue, we have fireworks. We do a lot. It's another one of those times where you're gonna catch up with everybody. So
Yeah.
before I even joined the military, that's what it was. We come and it's in fact, one of my uncle's birthday is the 4th of July. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, I always thought he was joking growing up. But I couldn't believe it. But yeah, it's his birthday.
One of my friends from high school, his birthday is January 31st. So I know, if he's hosting a party anywhere in New York, well, he moved to Florida, but if he is hosting a party in New York, and when we were home, it's like, okay, well, we know for sure that we can go to Mike's party, once the ball drops and we do our family little event. It's like, you guys want to go out? Like, Mike is having a party. Let's go.
Word.
Yeah, but yeah, it's it's one of those days that it's a significant event, but it is somebody's birthday, so I'm sure they're doing something right.
I mean, think about this, guys. We do have a significant event that's coming up for us.
Yeah, we're leaving.
We're fucking leaving.
Yes, we are.
T-minus like 6 days.
Thank you, Texas, for inviting us, New Yorkers, but we got to bounce.
We gotta go.
We got to pop smoke. Deuces.
Audi 5000, right?
Word G.
All right, so any other holidays, events, moments you missed, you want to highlight?
I feel like
Yes and no.
as cliche it is, like luckily enough, I have been there for all of my kids' births, which is a significant event.
Yeah.
I didn't pass
Definitely.
out. I didn't,
That you remember.
I watched the whole thing.
You record it?
I didn't record.
You didn't record it?
No.
Ugh. It's disgusting.
It's the most beautiful thing. A
It
child
is.
being born.
It is.
I cut
Birth
the
of
umbilical
life.
cord.
Did you eat it?
I definitely didn't eat it.
You should have.
Did you take it home and put it in the freezer?
I definitely didn't do that either.
Who told this guy anything, right?
Those are the significant.
Okay.
Even though I've missed so many birthdays and special events for them, I was there to watch them being born. So
Not that they remember.
right, but I do.
You could do the best to try and make things up.
Yeah,
That's it.
But I do like what you said earlier. You raised your hand. You had to agree that, hey, you have these obligations, and sometimes you're gonna miss things.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
That just comes with the territory. Some people can't hack it, but
yeah,
being away from home, missing events like that, because birthdays, holidays, especially when you're a family person, it is a significant event that I've had plenty of people talk to me about, and it's, hey, what do you do? And
Right.
you reschedule.
That's it. You just drive on.
yeah. Honestly, I mean, there's not much you can do, right?
But what do they say? Embrace the suck,
Embrace the suck.
Well, on that note,
Oops, not that suck.
Oh, I mean,
you did trim the bush, right?
At least they tried.
okay. All right. Well, I think this is somewhat of a wrap, right?
I don't like the term rap.
You don't like the term wrap?
I don't like the term rap. Swiggity wiggity whack, yo.
All right.
No
All right.
Bars.
bars.
Well, guys, as always, like, comment, subscribe. Please subscribe, because there's still so many people that listen but have not subscribed. Be sure to click that notification bell so you can get notified whenever we launch a new episode. And be on the lookout, because we will be coming live soon.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun.
And with that,
That's the show.
Welcome to the Reserve Poor.